Okay, so next up is pattern 2, which is this one, which is very pretty. And I just want to show you because I just found this the other day. This is a zipper purse that I made with this pattern. You could use all of the pattern from Havana to make these little purses as well. I have a tutorial for that. But today I'm going to show you how to make part 2 of the Havana afghan. Yeah, and I want to show you the fade as well, because I see many people are doing color fade with their stash, and I just want to show you how mine is going here. So it's purple and yellow, and then the yellow turns to orange, and the purple to dark blue, and the blue gets lighter, orange goes into red, and then the red into pink and turquoise, which is my favorite. The one on this that I'm showing you here is going to go a bit different because I seem to have forgotten these bright purple here at the beginning, but that's okay. I'm going to continue here with these yellows here that I have. This one, and these are the blues here coming into the blues, and then it's going to go into orange after that. Oops. Okay, but just the colors that you have. It doesn't matter if you have many blues or many yellows, you just use what you have. And I do actually like here, I had the blue and the orange at the same time. That's a very good pop, so maybe it should be okay to use a little bit yellow here and just go straight into the orangey. Let's see, but let's go part 2. I got a note that you missed the post-it, so I'm back with the post-its. Pattern 2, row 1. Okay, now we should check out our little graph here and see that, oops, here is pattern 1, and we're going into pattern 2 here. Okay, so we start by doing just the same as we did before, really. It starts with 1 double crochet here in the beginning, and then 11 singles, and then 1 double. Always continue. Okay, I'm gonna get my yellow. I'm thinking I'm gonna use all the yellows that I have, but just maybe make 2 rows of each or something, so that I get the blue and the orange at the same time. You can always like adjust this way. So row 1 here in pattern 2 is just the border stitch at the beginning of the row. Oops. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to say the other day that I'm using 4.5 millimeter hook and DK/worsted stash for this project. Okay, we did the border stitch, and then the repeat here for this first row of pattern 2 is 1 double crochet and then 11 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whoop, 10, 11, and the 11th here lands then on the double crochet, just like we were doing before. And then we do another double. That's 1 repeat, and the second repeat is again double crochet and 11 single crochets. I'm really enjoying seeing all your beautiful Havanas in the making, and I'm really happy to see that a lot of people are doing some color fade like I'm doing, like something similar to my colors from your stash. And it's never going to turn out exactly the same, so I think it's just perfect. Just perfect. Such fun to see. Okay, here the 11th lands on the last DC here of the last repeat of last pattern. Remember that you can do pattern 1 more times, like I'm doing in the blankets. Then I do 3 repeats of pattern 1, and then I start pattern 2, but here I'm just gonna do 1 of each, obviously for the show and tell. Okay, 1 double, 11 single, and then we finish with the border stitch at the end of the row. Cut the yarn, and whoopa, row 1 all done. On to row 2, and now we work with color B again. So is the odd number rows are color A, which is yellow here, and the what is it called? Even number rows are color B, which is the one that is colored blue here in the charts. That's color B that is blue there. Okay, so now we start with row 2, and now we do the border stitch, 1 single, one double, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 9 single. Okay, let's go. Basically now, yes, aha. Now we're gonna take every double crochet we did in the last row, and we're gonna do 2, and we're gonna be moving them out like this. Okay, so we do the border stitch like always, and then we do 1 single, and then we do 1 double here just next to the double we did in the last row, and then we do 9 single crochets in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you should have 1 stitch left here before your double crochet. You see, this stitch is left and 1 here. So then we're going to do a double crochet, and it goes into a double crochet, which can be strange. You see, it goes into this here, but it's just, you just do it as normal. You just yarn over and go into the front loop of this double crochet and work a normal double crochet there. Okay. And then 1 single crochet. No, this was the repeat here. Okay, repeat is 1 single, and then 1 double, 9 single, and 1 double. And now we go again, 1 single, 1 double. So they're landing here on each side of this one, right? And then again 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 single crochets, and then we end with a double crochet into the last double crochet we had there from the last row of pattern 1. And then we do the border stitch at the end of row, as always. Cut the yarn, and whoopa, row 2 of pattern 2 all done. Oops, onto row 3. And now we have color A again, the yellow. And we're going to start with the border stitch at the beginning of the row, as always. And now just all the double crochets are always going to go like we started here with this one, and they're always just going to go 1 like this. They're going to stack like this. Okay, with just 1 further and 1, yeah. Okay, so here the repeat is 2 single crochets, and you do 1 double right after this double here, and now we will have 7 in between. 1, 2, 3, whoop, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then we just have 1 stitch here before our next double crochet. Then we're going to do 1 double and 1 single here. That's the repeat, okay? But then you did 2 here at the beginning and 1 here, so it's 3 now here over these 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then a double again, always on each side of our, they're expanding like this. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, I should actually show you. Oh, I'm gonna finish this round. ATH much. 1 double, 7 singles in between. That was the 7th, and then we will do 1 double here just before the last double we had here from last row. And we finish with 1 single crochet here and the border stitch. Whoopa. That's row 3, all done. And I'm just going to show you real quick how this pattern works, because here I have it. We can see it on this one as well. Like you can see, here's the first double crochet we did here at the beginning of pattern 2, and they're always just going pop, 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 until they meet. You see, they're coming from both sides until they meet. It's actually a bit easier to see it the way I used to do it before I figured out how to make the drawings like that. The original version of the Havana, where is that? I'm going through my book. I should do it on camera rather. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. You say, here I just marked, I didn't put in any of the blues or anything. So here I just marked the doubles. So you see first we was coming here, and now we're here going whoop, whoop, and then next one. And the idea behind it was that this one goes leaning like this, then we have crosses, and then this one goes here, crosses, here, crosses, sort of crosses, and then here. So it's always like, right. But there you can see how they're lining up our DCs now, right? We started with one here, and then I was just going one to each side. Yeah. Okay, row 3, all done. And we're back with color B. This is blue here now, and actually in the drawings. And we're on to row 4 out of 12. Each pattern is 12 stitches long and 12 rows long. Okay, so we're going to continue with our DCs here, always going one out. And we do changing colors here to a slightly lighter blue. And we do 1 border stitch, and then 1, 2, 3 single crochets, and then we do the double, and now we should have 5 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 single crochets, and then we do our double. And now again, oops, is there? Yes. And now again, we do 5 here over. Actually, right now here is the end of our first repeat. 3 singles, 1 double, 5 singles, 1 double, 2 singles. But as you can see, it's 3 here plus 2, so it's always 5 in between doubles really in this row. Yeah, we get the double and then 5 singles and then double, and now we do 5 singles over here, double, and 5 singles over here. So that's very, very handy in this row. It's very easy to repeat. I have 5, then I do a double. But I mean, this is such a nice pattern because it really leads you on. It's all just geometrical and lovely, and it has a nice flow to it, doesn't it? Now I have 5 here, and then I'm going to do my double, and then 1 and 2 to finish the row. The last repeat, border stitch, et voila. Okay, now I'm going to break my rule of never changing the color at the same time. Usually I will try and not change both colors at the same time. So I would do like 1 more row in this one here, but I really am eager to get to the orangey bit. So that's what's going to happen. So my like theme, like in the big one, I'm trying to do always approximately 3 with each color and not changing both at the same time, you know, letting one flow over the other before you change, right? But this sometimes has to be modified, I like now. So we're on to row 5 now, right? I'm supposed to stop in between and say row 5, okay. Row 5. And it's an odd number row, so we're using our color A. And we do the border stitch as always. And now we start by doing 1, 2, 3, and 4 double crochets. The last one lands here in, no, a single crochet, sorry. And the last one lands here in the double crochet. And now we're going to do 1 double. Always moving it 1 further here. And now we have 3 stitches in between. In the middle here, 1, 2, and 3 single crochets. And then we do another double. Okay. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 here over all this here. Okay. And then we go again here and we do 1 double crochet. And then we do the 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 1 double, and we finish the row by doing 1, 2, and 3 single crochets. And the border stitch at the end of the round. Snippity snap. Whoopa! All done with row 5. Next up, row 6. And we're doing color B, which is the blue. And now we do border stitch as always. And now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one lands here on the double crochet. And now we're just going to do 1 double crochet, 1 single, and 1 double. So this is essentially, we're getting here to the middle part here, you see, doing this bit here. Okay, and now we will have probably 9 here over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now we again have this little pocket here. We're gonna do 1 double, 1 single, and 1 double. Whoops. Double, single, double. Okay, and then we finish the row with 4 single crochets, 3 and 4, border stitch, snippity snap, whoop, and whoopa. Row 6 all done, and that's us halfway there with pattern 2. On to row 7, and I want to get into my orangey phase, so I'm just jumping straight to the next color here, which is like an orangey yellow. And we're gonna do row 7. And now we start here with the border stitch as always, and we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets. Last one lands here on the double crochet, and now we're going to do 1 double crochet here down the middle. That's a fun one. And now we're going to work single crochets all the way until we get, basically we're just putting the double crochets into those little pockets here in this row. Now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 stitches here in between the double crochets. So we started with 2, 4, with 6. Can that be? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. 6, and then 11, and then we know we end with a 5. So it's, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, whoop, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and that one lands in the double crochet from last round, and we yarn over and we do a double crochet into a little pocket. It's like a little peanut pocket. And then we do 5 here at the end, because we had 6 at the beginning, and it's always 11 in between in this row 7. So that's 5 to finish the row. We do our border stitch like a pro. Yarn out, and whoopa, row 7 all done. On we go, row 8. And we do the border stitch at the beginning of the row. And see, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna close these, make these, we're gonna be doing these here to close them off and make them like little boxes there. Okay. So basically now, again, we have what we started with when we started with the 1 double crochet here, and then they just went out from there. You see, they just went out in both directions. Now they're gonna start again to go out like this. So it's gonna be like this, you know? Okay, so we start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and no, 5. 5. And we're going to do a double crochet into the double crochet from row 6. And 1 single, and again double from the double crochet from round 6. And then we have our little box. It's such a fun pattern because it's so easy. And now here in between we're going to have what, 7? 2, 4, 6, no, 9. 9 here in between now. Single crochet. Almost there. and 9. And then we're going to do again here, double crochet into the double crochet from row 6, 1 single and 1 double to make our little boxes. Double, single, double. And voila, it's happening. And then you finish the row with 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets, and then the border stitch at the end of the row. And now, whoopa, that's row 8 for you, and it's a fun one. Okay, next up row 9. I'm loving how this fade is turning, and I'm very happy that because orange and blue really go, like yellow and purple tones go really well together, and then orange. Like I think yellow and blue is good, but it's orange as blue is the best. So I'm very happy that I'm into my oranges here. Okay, so we go for row 9. And now remember, we're again going out with all the double crochets. So we start here with the border stitch, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, and then I can have a quick smoke. And then we do 1 double crochet here just before the double crochet from last row, right? And then we do 3 single crochets over these 3 here, over a little box, and then you do 1 double crochet at the other side. And now we're framing up our little box. And now here in between, I'm gonna guess we have 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 5, 6, and 7. And then we do again on each side of a little box. We're gonna do the double crochet, so we double down here, and then 1, 2, and 3 single crochets, and then 1 double crochet on the other side of the box, right? And we finish the row with 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and a double, no, the border stitch at the end of the row. Clippity clap, and whoopa, row 9 all done. It's shaping up. On to row 10 we go. And don't worry, it's just a cigarette. It is a rolly though. I've gotten questions about these that they look suspicious, the rollies. It's not that good. Okay, on we go. I'm gonna change my blue. I have this next color fade here of blue ready. And always remember, when doing the color fade, the easy way to think about it is just to try and put the colors that are closest to each other in color next to them in the color fade. Like this is what I've been doing here, for example. And it just gets a bit brighter here. On we go to row 10. And we're gonna do the border stitch at the beginning of row. And then we're gonna continue to put our DCs always always going out here around our little box. So now we do what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3, and then we do a double just before we get to the double from last row. And now we do 5 here over the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then another double. So we're making a box around our box. And now we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the one with all the 5s. Yeah, so this is again, we have 5 double crochets, single. No, singles, and then 1 double. 5 singles, double. 5 singles, double all the way through. So now we do a double, and then we do 5. It does make me happy when things line up like that. If life were only so simple. That's 5 single crochets and 1 double. And repeat. Okay, we did our 5. We're gonna do 1 double here at the other side of the double crochet from last row, and then we finish with 2 single crochets We started the 3, remember, so that's 5 and on the whole. And then we do the border stitch at the end of the row, clippity clap, and a whoopa, row 10 all done. Ha, it's whizzing by. On to row 11. I'm gonna break my rule again because also I have very little of this one here. I want to save it. So I'm gonna go in with the properly orange. Whoop whoop. Very beautiful bright orange I have here. Where's my tail? Okay, there we go. I mean, like you see, I mean, it's okay to change both at the same time, but it's better not to. And then I proceed to do exactly that. Do as I say, not as I do. Right? Row 11, that's it, just 2 rows left of this pattern. So let's go. It's the border stitch. And I get a siggity sick. And then we do 2 single crochets. And then 1 double. And now we do 7 single crochets over our box. You see, all the way until we get to the other double crochet. 4, 5, 6, and 7. The 7th lands here on the double crochet. And then we yarn over and we're gonna do 1 double, 3 singles, and 1 double. So basically here now is forming another little box, you know, so like you see here, like now we're here, we're getting, and in the next repeat you will get another box there. Okay, so we did 2 singles, 1 double, 7 singles, 1 double, 3 singles, 1 double, and now we have 7 again over to the big box. 1 and 2. I just did a class today and it went really well. I was teaching terrazzo. So it's fun to do class again in person. Okay, I'm practicing for Australia. Okay, so 7, and then we do our double and 1 single crochet, whoopa, and the border stitch, clippity clippity clap, and whoopa. And we have row 11 all done. Just 1 more row to go. Oh, it's getting really bright and happy, the colors. Last row for pattern 2, you guys, row 12. And we're using color B, the blue, both here with me and the blue in the pattern, in the charts. Okay, so now we are going to do the following. 1 border stitch at the beginning of the row, and then 1 single, and then 1 double. As you can see, they're all lining up like just going 1 stitch to each side. And now we will have what, 9 in between, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we get to a little box that is forming here, and now we do 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, and 1 double. Okay, and then again we have 9 over the big box. Voila, veitum við hvað að gerast hérna? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and we finish the row with 1 double crochet and the border stitch as always. Snippity snap, and whoopa, all done. And now when you continue, if you're doing your blanket, you can't do it just 1 repeat of each pattern in your blanket if you're doing a smaller one or you want to arrange it that way. But now when you're doing your blanket, we've done 1 repeat of this pattern. It starts here, of this pattern 2, okay? We've done 2 repeats here on the width, but we've done 1 repeat of the pattern up, okay? So now if you remember, here was where we started, the double crochet. So now when you repeat this pattern again, then your double crochets will land here, just like we did here in the middle. And so next row, if you're going to repeat pattern 2, you're going to start with 1 double crochet and then do 11 singles and then 1 double and singles. And then you just do the same again, but it all lines up so beautifully. That's what I love about this pattern. Okay, so if you want to do more repeats in your blanket, then you just start again with row 1 of pattern 2, and then your DCs will land here. And on we go. Oh, I can't wait to continue and do part 3 here and continue with this fade. It's going to go into very, very bright orange and blue. Oh, the joy. Hope you're doing well with your blankets. I really love seeing your pics. Please do post them. And just, you know, VIP pics, like really work in progress is the best, and just the yarn that you have and what have you. I love seeing your progress and your thoughts on colors in the group. I really wish you could post photos in the comments on YouTube, but there you go, and that's not an option. You can't have it all. But that's it for today. This was pattern 2 of the Havana Afghan. Oopa. Yoop. Toodaloo. See you soon with pattern 3. Thank you.